unfortunately yours is vacant. Forks up in my road, I don't know, but I hope they take me far away from this place. Man, I need a vacation, hallelujah. First they born, then they wish they knew you. Who the hell are you to tell me business, bitch? You ain't my lawyer, buying everything they selling. Oh well, that's consumers for you. Who's to say that freedom ain't free? I do enjoy it. Holding down the fort. Hallelujah, hallelujah. 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 Let it take its course. What you let go of comes back. Oh yes, well of course. It's a cycle, I run laps. I'm a psycho though, fun fact. Stereotyping this white kid like I'm packing knives on my lunch bags. Bringing guns to the school dance. I'm tired of getting laughed at. Put my life into a blog post. All my feelings have been a hashtag. Suicide note on my last text. Tell my mom and my dad's next. Probably mad cause I'm 19, but I ain't 19. I ain't had sex yet. I digress cause that was a hypothetical. Love me describing a white millennial to an extreme and a stream of thought. Cause I'll write, cause I write illegible. What's the price of living life in stereo? My scenario is that my mind's at peace, but my heart's gotta speak. So I ride these beats like a bicentennial. That don't really work. Ignorance is bliss. I'm convinced pain don't really hurt if it's worth the risk. I've been pissed, thrown down in the dirt. Ain't concerned a bit. Watch me hit the curb. I ain't scared. Watch me skirt the whip. I don't want nothing unless I can get it myself. Myself. I don't want nothing unless I can get it myself. Myself. I don't want nothing unless I can get it myself. Myself. I don't want nothing unless I can get it myself. Yeah. What's a solid foundation to a force of nature? I've been holding down a fort, unfortunately yours is vacant. Forks up in my road, I don't know, but I hope they take me far away from this place. Man, I need a vacation, hallelujah. First they born, then they wish they knew you.
There we go. Now we can hear. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Let's move the mic around. Max profit in one combine and about 1,100 in a second. Pull that up so you guys can check it out. Pressing these bad boys aggressively. Didn't quite blow that one, but got close. Here is combine number 2. Rest in P&L. So this was first, really right as news was chopping around up here. I was looking to get short, started selling as we started to come down here. That spike took me out for a big loss. Was scaling in, looking at this to retrace down to VWAP, and no risk, no reward. So that was the initial piece down here. Caught some longs as we started to come back down through this VWAP. Figured we were going to bounce back up, and then a really high risk trade as we got all the way down to this zone. Started buying, ended up scaling into 3 minis on Dow. Wide stop loss down below. Targeting this move all the way back up here. Was looking at Bookmap, which helped me out quite a bit, but I will say it was kind of all over the place. We had liquidity popping up back and forth all over the place. So ended up, positive, net positive, close to $500, $400. Pushing these few 50K combines that I have. Stayed out of XFAs today. Just didn't feel the need to put additional risk on with this NFP Friday. It's typically a wild ride, as you can see here. This is decently volatile, in my humble opinion. We cracked up on the news, right? It was positive. Nice positive jobs report. cracked up on YM. This looked like we might bounce right here first. First, it looked like bounce off of VWAP. Looked like we might bounce down here. Then it looked like we're going to bounce down here off of this zone. We got this nice double bottom going in. Came all the way back up to VWAP. Maybe we push towards the highs, but again, right back down at VWAP, man. Kind of just chopping around. I wanted to hop on here, answer some questions from Discord. I got a troll that has made it his life's duty to hop in and be mad disruptive in the live chat. So I'll pick out questions from you guys, but I'm not going to read everything and pay too much attention to the live chat. Too distracting. But we got awesome conversation going on in Discord today and some really, really good questions. So, again, that was my morning. Max profit in one. My DLL, which is about $1,000 in that account, there's no daily loss limit. I'm going to cap myself right around that 1,000. Otherwise you're blowing it in a day. So, to the guys I know, Jose, what's up? What's going on? Happy Friday. Yes, TopStep allows copy trading. It is built into TopstepX. You can copy trade up to 5 TopstepX accounts, both in combines and, you can copy trade more than 5 in TopstepX. So yes, you can. It's Friday. Market's crazy. Get the profits and wait. Yeah, man. Nice. Jose passed another combine. Awesome. Fabio, what's going on? Yeah, man, close your positions. I would agree. Friday afternoon here. Again, I wanted to hop on, do a live stream with you guys. I like hopping on. And again, we got some good questions from Discord, so I'm going to be paying attention to those. Yeah, not much left to do with all the conflict in the Middle East. Yeah, man, crazy. So, again, man, if you guys got questions, feel free. Ask them in Discord. I think I'm going to eventually kill the live chat here. Again, just too many people hopping on and throwing out craziness. And I get really, really good stuff in Discord. For the guys that hop in and want to ask detailed questions, I'm happy to talk more about it. So let's run through some of these. Let's see. Yeah, Jose, let me know about that other past combine. And I'll run through the main chat. You guys were talking a lot here, and it looked really good. So looking at my zones on my chart, previously I had a lot of objective levels, overnight highs, overnight lows, stuff that was based off of a definition that you could also mark on your chart. These discretionary levels that I have are in line with a lot of that, overnight highs, overnight lows, but they are discretionary, meaning it's my subjective opinion as to where I'm going to place them. Somebody asked how I was doing this, if they were lines, if they were rectangles. That would be right in here on TopstepX or in TradingView. This is the rectangle shape. My settings on this bad boy. Style, you could see. Let's actually look at just color first. 20%. It's this silver one right here. And the setting to extend right. If you don't put that on, it's just an actual rectangle. I like to do the extend right thing, so it extends all the way to the outside of the chart. Let's see what I do when I throw it on there. Boom. Simple. I like monotone stuff, man. Kind of easy on the eyes. Paying attention mostly to market structure and price action first. Let's see what else we got, man. Yeah, had a really good question about journaling. And it was coming from somebody that was moving from a more 100% rules-based objective way of trading to discretionary. And the question was on how do you journal in a way that captures what you're doing if you're applying your discretion, you're applying your intuition, your experience. It's a little bit different every day. The short answer to that is it's not nearly as easy to journal and create a feedback loop if you're not 100% objective, which, in my humble opinion, doesn't work in the markets. What I recommend is having first a journal that is a screenshot with your position tool, showing the market, showing what actually went on the chart when you took the trade, maybe some notes, why you got in, when you got in, details on that specific trade, the entry, the exit, the size, all that good stuff, the end result. That gives you the trade itself. And if you're applying your discretion, you might want to create an emotional journal, something like I have sitting over here. A handwritten journal, it can be in the notes section of your phone, it can be somewhere else, but essentially everything else that went into that trade. What were you thinking? Why were you thinking it? How were you feeling? Was this different than what you were doing on another day? Maybe you write it's NFP, a lot of volatility. I'm exercising some increased caution. I wanted to wait a little bit longer, but you really have to try to articulate everything you did and why. You have to write out that discretion and what you applied so you can try to understand what's working well and what's not working. That's the challenge with discretionary trading. And in creating a really solid feedback loop, it takes a little bit more manual effort to do that. But that's the way that I would start to go about it. Emotional journal, man. Do the hard work as far as writing out everything that you did and why. Yeah, man. Had a gentleman sharing a large loss. That was a really good question in the chat. Mid 5-figure loss on platinum. Was in the green, 4R, and fairly large spike, took him back out. How do you handle that? Most people don't understand that type of a loss and the pain that it can cause outside of guys that actually trade. Taking a break, stepping away for a day or two, definitely a safe bet, maybe even longer. Eventually reflecting on what happened. If there's something that you could have done differently, go ahead and do that. If it's just the market, if it's the nature of, what happened, did you have on too much risk? Is that why it's so painful? Or did you not manage the trade that you maybe would have liked to, where you move stop loss to break even? You do something out of your rules. Try to reflect on all of that. If you did everything you were supposed to do, and again, I'm not talking to this gentleman, I'm just, using the question as a good conversation here. If you did everything you were supposed to do, did you take on too much risk, and is that causing pain? If not, are we just struggling with understanding the nature of probabilities that we're working in, that we're very inconsistent and random on the next trade, but consistent and, a statistically probable outcome over a large sample size of trades? If that's the case, going back through back testing, gaining more experience without live money on the line, where you're going to run into this pain and execution errors, might be a case. Reading some of the awesome books that are out there, Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, Best Loser Wins by Tom Hogard. Those are some awesome ones for really explaining that piece. Let's see what else. So yeah, man, guys got great questions in Discord. Again, if you guys got questions, feel free, throw them in Discord. That's where I'm gonna be looking for these. Talking about Bookmap, level 1 data, details on that. If you guys don't know, partnered with Bookmap and Edgeful, links for both of those in the description, links in Discord. I can throw links in the chat, all that fun stuff. That was a detailed conversation about back adjusted charts. Let's see what the boys were talking about in the main chat, man. Yeah, Jose, who's on here, absolutely killing it, man. Shares his journey, the good, the bad, passing combines, blowing XFAs, all the stuff that goes into, what most guys deal with on the front end. So, and as you go, absolutely awesome, Jose. Well done, dude. Keep doing what you're doing. Let's see. Yeah, we had guys talking about taking payouts in XFAs, blowing a whole bunch of evals. That's all normal. Yeah, to the gentleman in Discord that is in profit and eligible for payouts, that's a unique to the person type of a situation. I do hear so many of those horror stories where guys get eligible for payouts in prop firms, or they run live accounts up into a lot of profit and they just fail to pay themselves. So obviously with prop firms and even with live accounts, you cut into that risk capital that you have, right? If you take a payout from TopStep or someone else, your buffer is going to shrink. But I do believe there's a silver lining in taking that payout, checking that box off, putting real money in the bank, and being able to just, move on from there. Leaving it in the account, yes, for longevity, not cutting into that drawdown buffer, max loss buffer can help. But again, I see so many of those stories where guys are shooting for these really large numbers and they're not accepting the risk of running it all the way back down to break even or blowing the account. So, if the goal is small profit, small payout, start to work yourself towards that. Again, same thing with a live account. If it's, small profit, pay yourself back, take that route. It doesn't have to be, a massive windfall. And if you're shooting for that, recognize the other side of that, which is a lot of risk. For sure. Yeah, man. Again, on this, not a whole lot. Chopping around. Just waiting to see if we start to crack to the upside. Finding some support off VWAP. Maybe we start to sell off from here. Interesting point right from the middle, but kind of just VWAP chop now that we came back up after putting this double bottom in. Don't know that I want to trade into this Friday afternoon, but I'm going to hang out on here and chat with you guys, man. Nice, man. 5 profitable days. Wonderful. Wonderful to the dudes that are killing it in XFAs. Nice, man. Nice. Let's see. We got a chart in here from someone. That looks pretty sweet, too. This guy stayed patient. Yeah, staying patient, man. Staying patient. That's the key. Until you see something that is fitting for your criteria. That's the key, right? These markets, headline markets, turbulent, choppy. Wait for your setup, man. Wait patiently for it. It's the key. Taking a look at Bookmap over on the side. See if we got anything crazy helping us out. Yeah, so I'll show you guys some interesting moves on Bookmap. It was challenging today. We had a lot coming on and off the book. I think what a lot of guys call fake liquidity, or maybe it was real and it's just getting moved around quickly, but it can be difficult to work with in really, really volatile markets sometimes. Still very helpful, but it can rapidly change while you're in the trade. So the example is just on the chart first. We pulled down to this zone, right? Big sell back off. I'm looking bullish, right? Like I'm looking for longs. I was taking longs back up to VWAP. We came all the way down here. I'm looking aggressively for entries at this area as soon as we start to stall, maybe even before, back up to VWAP at very least, if not, blasting off and continuing. So what supported that trade idea on Bookmap was this area right over here. This is us selling off down into that zone, right? $10.32, we start to push to the upside. We got liquidity above on the book, up here, price levels that are coming on. This looks really good. This all looks like the same that was getting moved down and not a whole lot below. I saw this down here. I saw this after we cracked back down here, but I love to trade towards this. Very, very helpful. As we moved forward, it came off the book before we pushed to the upside and came down below price. We had more liquidity on the book down below. That was a quick moving large stack of orders. Again, who knows if it's the same order, if it's, this certainly looked like the same, just getting moved down as time went on, although these two are overlapping. This was tricky. This was tricky to work with because, again, this gave me a little bit more confidence to jump in as we were down here. Again, if this was live, I'm only seeing this hop on the book and stay there for a few minutes. That came off and headed down below price. That was tricky. Ended up staying in the trade, decided to hold. I liked the entry where I was, figured I wasn't going to get another shot if we did start to push up. If I had to take the stop out, I was accepting that risk. But it was interesting to watch this on Bookmap. And then again, these orders come off the book, right? Didn't stay on, didn't stay on to get filled. Doesn't look like they jumped right on back above price up here anywhere. But this is Bookmap, my favorite order flow tool. Level 2 data. I am partnered with Bookmap. Links all over the place on my content if you want to get a badass discount on this. Do you have to use it? No, I think it's like any other tool. Yeah, so this is interesting over here at 11:25. Let's take a look at what that looked like on the chart. Second test. So really right as we come down into this area, it really wasn't on the book beforehand. So as we're coming down, you don't have this level on the book. That wouldn't have been too helpful. As we come down here and we see a big stack of orders come on to the downside, down below price, and then this right here, I would be anticipating this to probably head down here to fill, but even what we saw here, which is a large amount of volume being traded, and then a bounce right back up to the upside. Pretty obvious place on this one, right down at the lows. So, that one you might have been able to guess. But interesting to be able to watch this stuff on Bookmap. Again, I find it very helpful. Yeah, nothing crazy on the book, above and below price right now. This is algorithmic liquidity bands that seem to track above and below price. Not really what I look for. I look for those big standout levels that stay on the book for an extended period of time. Again, something like this right here. Throw this over. Cracking to the upside, man. Do we run the highs? What do we think, guys? What do we think? Not sure. Again, Friday afternoon on an NFP day. Not really looking for too much, man. I would love for us to have been trending at this point. Again, I looked at this as a pretty bullish move, right? Even all the way up until this point with this double bottom. But being within this range, right? The top of this candle, which is the 935 candle. It's the 930 candle? 935 candle. And this double bottom here, kind of no man's land here, right? We can go up or down. We can chop back and forth. I would have loved to see us pull back down to VWAP or even all the way to this level, clear out everybody that was getting long on the way up, pick up liquidity, and then continue to the upside. That would have given me some really clean structure to trade off of, headed up. Same thing headed down. If we were just going to completely erase this news move and market doesn't care about NFP and we're just going to sell off, that's cool. But I would have looked for this to be a nice trend day on Friday, trending into the afternoon. We don't really have that. Again, looking somewhat bullish on this move right now with a double bottom, cracking back above VWAP, finding some support here at this discretionary level and trying to continue the move to the upside. Maybe, gun to my head, that's the gun to my head, this is the trade that I'm taking. Somewhere down there, somewhere above the highs. We got to crack back below this level again. We're chopping around. We're not taking off here. I'd look for a break and retest right of this level. Dow pulls these, pretty nice back and forth moves. Gives you the entries that you're looking for oftentimes. Something like that. That's pretty much what I'd be looking for. Not, trying to capture a huge move above, trading within this range, but to the upside following this bullish structure up. But not a ton of confidence in that one. Not a ton. If it pulled down here and gave me a decent entry, we got one more test of VWAP or something, found a little bit of support. Maybe. But this is somewhat clean developing in the afternoon here. Boom. Boom. We'll see. We'll see where we go from here. I'll hang out for a little bit. Maybe something is appealing. We'll throw a trade on. Go from there. But again, if you guys got questions, feel free. Ask away in Discord, man. You guys have done an awesome job sharing all the good, all the bad in this community. If you're not in the free Discord, feel free, hop in. Link is in the description. 1,300 members, almost 1,263 active members. It's awesome. You get my analysis. You get to ask me questions in there. You get my approach, my strategy. I tell you, hey, it's NFP news at 8:30 a.m. Eastern today. You probably don't want to have a trade on. Be cautious. Strategy with micros is now 15-point stop loss, 30-point take profit. Nice. Yeah, man. Micros, those guys asking questions, micros over minis. Nothing wrong with trading micros at all. I've traded more micros than anything else since, coming to futures. Just more flexibility. For the most part, if you have the ability to trade micros and you're not with a firm or somebody that's going to say you can trade 5 minis and 5 micros, but you can't trade 50 micros, I don't think there's anything wrong with sizing down. That's the thought process. Drop 2 micros and just have more flexibility, size more appropriately. A lot of times minis is going to be just too big. Maybe you're trying to trade 1 and your stop loss is going to be much wider on a volatile day. It just doesn't make sense to take on that type of increased risk if there's not a reason to do so. So, drop the ego, drop to micros, and trade micros. If you watch me for forever trading on, or just more recently trading on ES, and I'm on micros. Ever since we got that volatility into August, it was an easy switch over. Dow in 50K combines, if I'm taking on a lot of risk, minis, not that bad relative to how Dow moves, and the tick point value, a little bit different. It seems to be okay, but in XFAs, I'll probably bounce between micros and minis on Dow. That's my game plan. But there's like weird stigmas in trading. I just don't know why. You can trade, 50 micros if you want and take on more risk than somebody trading a mini, and no problem with that. Yeah, man. Let's see what else we got from Discord. Again, if you guys got questions, man, hop in Discord. Let's chat there. I like this approach. We got Jose posting a bunch of memes. It's, always guys counting money or people getting crazy jacked up. To Trader Zeke, who got 5 XFAs and sent that into the chat. Well done, man. Well done. Love to see that. Take it slow. Take it low and slow. Get started off there. Kyle, it was cool to see you again, man, if you're on here. Kyle's been around for a while and was posting that he was doing pretty well. Awesome. Awesome. For sure, David. 100%, man. Boom. Yeah. Again, guys, I think I'm going to kill the live chat on the YouTube live streams. Just too many, not too many. It's 1 or 2 trolls that make it their job. So I'm going to go with Discord, man. I like this. Yeah, man. Here's the conversations from last night. A lot of guys are making too much money in combines, right? So there's consistency rules with TopStep. You can only make, like in this combine here that I have loaded up that I'm showing, you can only make $1,500 in one day. You can only make 50% of the profit target. So it's $3,000, the profit target for a 50K account. You can only make $1,500. It seems like a lot of guys in my community, at least, are constantly making more than the $1,500, and they're ending up having to make more than $3,000 total to pass the accounts. My suggestion, guys, you can set, limits to the upside, but if you see your resting P&L get past that $1,500 mark, before you let the day close, open and close a couple micros and just take yourself back down so you don't put yourself in a situation where you have to make more money. That's the thought process. But for some reason, somehow everybody's ending up with, having to make more money because we're going too far. Again, $1,500 in the 50K, it's different in the 100K, in the 150K. But that's really the only consistency rule, is you can't go over 50% in one day. So if you do happen to, you have a trade that runs, you catch some big volatile move, drop over to micros, make sure it's not a super duper volatile day. You can even set risk parameters, like really tight risk parameters of like $10 or something, or $20, and just open and close them. And, eventually you'll lose enough money to bring yourself back down to $1,500. Be cautious doing that. But like, this is a regular occurrence, a regular occurrence. And it's funny. It's funny. Nice. Yeah, I had somebody ask, this was a good question. What would you do if you had 1K of drawdown left in an XFA? And I shared my opinion that, number one, I'm in that position on one of my XFAs in some drawdown. And it's sized down. The person asked, should I trade half lots, micros, and minis? Should I only trade micros? Yeah, size down, right? And give yourself more room to work. The logical thought process and what I employ myself in general is if you're in profit, if you are creating a big profit buffer, as I'm moving into big profit, on combines or XFAs, maybe you look at increasing that risk. If you dig yourself into a hole, you can YOLO the account and say, I don't want to waste time having to dig myself out. It's going to take longer. All the things that come with sizing down to minis and reducing your risk. And I'm just going to put the whole rest of the account on one trade. Not really a great way to do it. You usually end up blowing the account. Size down and dig yourself out, man. If you got yourself into that situation too quickly because you were risking too much on the front end, reassess in general. If you got yourself into that position and you were risking, about that amount, what was your game plan getting there? When you got to $1,000 or $500 left in, in the account, what was your plan? Was it to trade just, as you go, keep doing what you're doing, trade consistently? Or was it to size down? When you got to profit, what was your plan? Was it to size up? Have a plan going into this stuff. But for the most part, the way you dig yourself out and what I see guys share, the awesome comebacks, size down. Give yourself more room to work. If you only have 1 or 2 losses left and you're operating with a 60 or even 70% win rate, you're banking on luck that the next coin flip, which is your trade, is going to be a winner. And it doesn't have to be. And if you just size down, you'd be able to, if you have your edge in the market and you're able to control risk, work yourself out of that. So if you don't want to lose the account and you don't mind spending time, go ahead and do that. Dig yourself out of those holes. Again, watching this market here, guys, answering awesome questions, talking about some conversation from Discord. If you guys got questions, feel free to ask in Discord. I like this approach much better. I'm going to go ahead and talk about questions and conversations from Discord because we have a lot of good ones, man. And I can expand on them on here. It's awesome. I can demonstrate it on a chart. Yeah, man, we were talking about technical issues, right? We had guys have technical issues with, I had someone have a technical issue with Tradeovate, and it messed with their ability to close out a trade from TopStep, and it ended poorly. That's part of this game. So if your broker has an issue or your prop firm like TopStep has an outage and it's on TopstepX, we hope that they make it right. But there's all different types of technical issues that can occur. It's an important reason to always use a stop loss, important to always have, a plan for if everything went wrong right now, that you're not just taking an outsized loss. But I've had it happen to me, man. You can go back, hop in Discord, you can watch the video I posted. It was me in profit on, back when I was trading CFDs on MetaTrader. And I actually say I should probably be trading futures instead of CFDs from now on, or Forex, whatever I said. MetaTrader freezes. I'm live recording. I have MetaTrader recorded on the side, the P&L. I have the trade recording on TradingView, and you can see price moving. You see P&L. You see the panic on my face when it freezes, and I wasn't able to get it back on. I had to completely shut my computer down, start it back up. I got lucky that the thing moved into profit. But that's the shit that happens. It's part of trading, right? We're reliant on our machines, whatever we're using. We're reliant on the platforms, and sometimes it goes left. So it's not frequent. It's not often. If it's happening all the time, you probably want to question the tools that you're using and maybe look at some better ones, but it does happen. So maybe trade with a stop loss. Maybe recognize that, yeah, you might have a power internet outage. You might have a platform or something go down quickly. It's part of it. It's frustrating and super stressful when it does happen, but I encourage you to go back and watch this video. I'll post it again in Discord. It's an Instagram reel of me back when I was trading garbage CFD prop firms and using garbage MetaTrader. Terrible. Yeah, man. Let's see. Yeah, talking about minis and micros again. Trade micros. Size down. Had a couple guys ask me about news. Easy site. You can tell that I used to trade Forex. Forexfactory.com, financial news site. I show this a lot because it's so important and easy to keep yourself out of nightmarish situations as a new trader. Even if you're not going to pay attention to fundamentals, here's an easy site for you to go and check. Forexfactory.com. This gives you red, orange, and yellow folder news events. Yellow being, does it show it when I put my mouse? Yellow being low impact, red being high impact, orange being medium. You can see what's coming up for the day. You can actually click on it. It can give you a whole bunch of details. It can describe, the expected, the forecast versus the previous for, certain releases. Lets you know when we got anybody speaking. You don't get caught off guard when we have 8:30 a.m., right? Like there's no reason you don't have to guess whether it's going to go up or down, right? But at 8:30 a.m. right here, everybody should be aware that on the 5-minute chart, the 1-minute chart, whatever chart you're looking at, you're about to see a big ass candle, right? Here's how you know that that's coming and you're not caught off guard. You can decide whether you want to stay in, whether you want to get out. Simple financial news site. You can use other ones, plenty of other ones out there. This one's simple. It doesn't give you all the information. I think Financial Juice is much more detailed. They have even more stuff on there. Smaller little things that may affect the markets. Maybe real-time updates. But if you just want to pay attention to, FOMC meeting minutes as red folders, CPI that's coming out next week, consumer sentiment, different things like this to say, hey, you know what? We're probably about to see some increase in volatility. Don't need to guess whether it's going to go up or down. Maybe you want to. I think that's mostly a loser's game, but that's my opinion. Yeah, at this point, I don't know that we pull back down much, much further and then continue to the upside. That's kind of what I was looking like here. Get this level of support, right? Because I don't really like just buying here. Where does my stop loss go? Where is the invalidation point? All the way down there. That's not great. Once we started to crack to the upside, that doesn't look bad just to trade toward the highs. But I'd like to see the big movement from Dow that we usually see. Jump in long there. Nice clean stop loss down below here. Good invalidation level, maybe even farther down. Maybe you get pretty aggressive on that second pullback down with a stop loss level down here. And you can structure your trade in a nice, favorable way. But we're kind of just creeping to the upside on Dow here. So we'll chill. We'll see. Maybe we pull back. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get, boys and girls. Bookmap, nothing crazy, helping me out. Again, you guys got questions? Feel free, ask in Discord. That's how I'm going to be handling these, man. Been taking it slow with micros. I have the winning days for payouts, but I want to increase my balance to where my payout can cover my challenge fees. Super excited. Awesome, dude. Well done. Well done. Here's my thought process on that, William. There's an upside and a downside to doing that, right? If you wait to take the payout, you run the risk of headed back down to break even or, blowing the account. If you structure your risk in a way where you really don't want to let that happen, maybe you start to size down a little bit now that you're in profit. You go the opposite of what I was just describing. Maybe you prevent that unraveling that may happen. But don't discount, again, this is opinion, so many different ways to go about it. Don't discount the possibility, the risk of that happening if you continue to trade, right? Anything can happen in the markets. Be aware of that and accept that. If you hold on and you move more into profit, I think that's a good goal, man. Make your payout, cover your challenge fees, all that good stuff. You know, a lot of guys want to wait until they're in a spot where it really doesn't negatively affect the buffer that they're left with, the max loss limit on the account, right? In a 50K account, you start with $2,000 as a max loss limit. A lot of guys say, I don't want to take out any more than will bring me back down to a $2,000 level. So they wait until they make more than $2,000 in the account, then they pull some out. If you're going to take 50% out, you know, you got to have $4,000 in there. You don't have to take 50% out. But yeah, man, awesome. Again, more than one way to do it, right, guys? A lot of guys are going to wait. You know, they are going to try to run the account up. They're going to build buffer. They want to scale. They want to be able to trade larger size. You know, they're going to risk that profit to make more profit. That's fine. You know, I think it also depends on, you know, where you're at in your journey, you know, how confident are you to do that? But accept the risk. That's the key. No matter what you do in trading, accept the risk. Trade fearlessly knowing that. Nice, man. Dre out of drawdown. Love to see that, dude. Awesome. Again, hop in the free Discord, guys, if you're not already. Got guys sharing the good, the bad, everything, man. Love to see that. Chavo or Chavexo, don't know how to pronounce your name. Passing his first combine. Awesome, dude. Very well done. Very well done. Love to see it. Love to see it, man. This week was stressful as hell. Yeah, market's been tough, man. I did okay this week pressing combines, but it goes the other way, right? Quickly. I showed you guys the over $1,000 red in the second combine that I was trading today. One at max profit, one near the $1,100 loss. Yesterday, max profit in a combine, taking that one to an XFA. Have that one on backup. Day before was like $750. Again, hop in the free Discord, go through Zach's trades. You'll see all this stuff. I post it all live. Talk about it all live. Yeah, Jose, well done, man. Into the XFAs. He's going to take it slow. Love to see it. Love to see it, man. Watching Dow chop around up here. Again, nothing on Bookmap. Check Bookmap out as well. See if anything crazy pops up on the book. Not too much as of recent, though. That's what I'm looking for. Something like that to come on the book and stay. Something like that right there. Not this algorithmic BS around it. Again, maybe. This would be a long trade, though. Like, I don't see this happening very quickly, right? We don't have the volatility and the momentum that's really going to create a bounce like that. But that's kind of what I would be looking at. Following structure on this thing to the upside. Looking at this from a higher time frame perspective. I could see that as the move. We have to come up here, crack these highs, pull all the way back down, put a double bottom in, and now we're ready to continue the upside. So I'd be looking long. I don't like to trade towards a new high of day, and I will show you why. Let's look at Edgeful's Power Hour Breakout. Talked about this one recently, but I think it is pretty powerful, man. Again, you guys got questions, feel free, ask in Discord. That is what I am reading these days. I'm gonna figure out how to kill that live chat on YouTube. Boom. Let's go. Let's get this opened up. Power Hour Breakout. Nice. So this is Edgeful. Full disclaimer, I'm partnered with Edgeful and Bookmap. This is a 7-day free trial. You can check this out. This is a platform that gives you a bunch of awesome statistics on a whole bunch of different things in the financial markets. I'm going to go to YM, since that is what I am trading, the Dow Mini, and I'm going to look at one of many of these reports. This one is Power Hour Breakout during New York session over the last 1 year of data. Here's what this report is measuring, which it explains it right down here, and a whole bunch of more information on it, how you can use it, and what it's measuring. This is measuring from 3 p.m. Eastern to 4 p.m. Eastern, power hour, the last hour of the day. How often is Dow making a new high of day or a new low of day? Not often. Not often, as you can see. How can you use this in your trading? It's going to explain it right here, but I'll break it down. As I'm trading power hour often on Top Step TV, and I'll be on next Friday for the reversal challenge. Should be really fun. Catch me on there. It's a lot less serious, a lot more of a fun way to end the week, doing the reversal challenge, which they'll probably be doing soon on Top Step TV. But that'll be pretty fun. So if I'm trading into the last hour of the day, right, I'm hopping on Top Step TV and I'm looking to take a trade. If we are here where we are right now, maybe it's 3 o'clock. I know that a new high of day is only made 25% of the time over the last year of data. Do I really want to be targeting a new high? Probably not. Maybe I'm going to say, maybe we're up near these highs. I don't think we're going to come up here and crack them. I think we're going to rotate back down into the range. Does it happen every time? No, of course not. It shows you right here. Just like any other tool. But it gives you a strong statistical piece of information that you can apply to your trading. There's a whole bunch of different reports on here. The couple that I pay attention to: gap fill, initial balance breakout, opening range breakout, which is the 15-minute opening range. Initial balance is the 1 hour. Another really interesting one, somewhat obvious. A lot of guys use initial balance. From 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m., what's the high and low that your instrument puts in? If one side breaks, how often does it come back down and break the other side? Not often. Most of the time it's breaking one side. It can give you some direction, right? If we are putting a range in the first hour of the day and then we continue to the upside, following that trend, following that market structure, following that, we only come all the way back down to put a low in, breaking to the downside infrequently, can give you some direction, man. You can break these down by weekday. You can customize them by different times. You could say, I want to look at different times of the day for the range, for how long it takes to come back. Look at Friday, man. Insanely strong stat on Friday. Crazy. They vary, right? Like I think Wednesday's pretty weak. Yeah, a little bit weaker on Wednesday. So again, Edgeful, link in the description, I think. Yeah. Link in the description, link in Discord, man. Hop in there. I have a whole channel with Edgeful and Bookmap. If you guys want to check these out for free. Awesome. You get an explanation of what it is, more information, breakdowns, talking about how you can use it, individual report by day, showing you each individual day, price charts. If you click on one of these, it shows you like a different price chart on TradingView, a video, and they have TradingView indicators for almost all of these. It's awesome. Custom TradingView paid indicators that you get access to. So it's worth checking this out, man. My humble opinion. So on that note, guys, I think I'm going to wrap this one up. Don't see his trade setup coming. Again, I would be looking for this trend to continue to the upside. Right? Choppy back and forth so far. This looks pretty bullish. Do I think over the next couple hours into this Friday afternoon, this NFP Friday, that we are just going to blast off to the upside? Maybe put a new high in? Probably not. I would be looking for something like a pullback and a continuation of the upside. After I hop off here, I'll probably set an alert on TradingView. See if we come back down and tap VWAP. Maybe I look for a bounce off of that, continuing this bullish trend to the upside in a combine, but probably not, man. Probably going to call it a weekend. Passing combines, making progress in some combines. Overall, still red in XFAs, just choppy back and forth. But excited to be focusing more on those XFAs coming up. Trading Dow, man, which has been fun. Really, really fun trading Dow. So, but again, guys, hop in the free Discord. Thank you for hopping on here. Hit like, hit subscribe, help me out. You don't have to. Free means free, but I would greatly appreciate it if you did. Join me in the free Discord. Join me in the live sessions all next week. Catch me on Top Step TV on Friday of next week doing the reversal challenge and trying to beat everybody pressing one button that lets you go long or short and not closing out a position. Should be fun. Talk to you guys soon, and have an awesome weekend, man. Find some time to grind, right? I always try to end off the week. If you got to hop on the charts and get some back testing done, you got to review your trades. Do that, man. Take some time to do that. It's a great time while the market's closed and you can focus. But along with that, step away. I think A lot of guys that get involved with trading, they want to make progress quickly. They stay hyper-focused, and they start to burn themselves out. There's a point of diminishing returns. The markets are closed. Step away, go outside, touch some grass, do an activity, be with your family, reset no matter what happened, and then come back fresh. Maybe you look for Sunday afternoon to have a cup of coffee and review your trading for the week, create a detailed plan for this week, touch up on any parts of your trading plan, your risk management, your approach, review all of these things, accept the risk that you're putting on, and get ready for Monday. But if you stay on the charts 24/7 through the weekend when the market's closed, you're probably going to drive yourself crazy, man, and burn yourself out. So get the work done that you need to get done, put the work in, but also get outside and touch some grass and reset. Talk to you guys soon. Thank you for being here. I will see you next week. Have a great weekend.